by the way, from a DB perspective, too, we've seen quarterbacks who don't throw because they need to save it for their pro day. B-Mac, I'm going to start with you. Do corners and defensive backs get the same type of slack? Do they save anything for pro day? Or if you get to Indy, you do everything the combine tells you to?
I mean, there are some guys that save things for pro days. But now when you look at the stage that the combine is, remember, it's being televised. Everything that you do is being televised nationally. So this is an opportunity for a lot of guys in the secondary to put a stamp of approval on who many people believe they've been throughout their collegiate program. And then for some other guys to open up a lot of eyes. So this is a prime time stage for a lot of these kids to be able to go out and display their skill set. Because remember, Tommy, a lot of guys that are going to the combine, we didn't really get a chance to see on a national stage week in and week out like some of the perennial powerhouses in college football. So this is a great opportunity for guys like you said, Cam Smith, who plays for South Carolina, to get out and showcase what he can do against his peers. So it's a different stage than it once was years ago. But as you can see from the most recent combines, a lot of guys have benefited from this large stage. They have.
What about you, Patrick? What do you think?
I mean, for me, I always wanted to compete against the best. So I knew the best was going to be at the combine. I knew a lot of eyes was going to be, viewed at the combine. So I wanted to go out and strut my stuff. So I wanted to go out and perform in every drill. I wanted to go out and run do the 40, the broad jump, the vert, and do all of that stuff because I was hot coming out of college. I didn't want to have another, 2 to 3 month layover before I had to run my pro day, unless I was injured. If I was injured, that's a totally different story. But if I'm 100%, why not go out there and show what your draft grade is or your draft position is?
Guys, we live in a docu-series era right now, right? And we've got the F1 on Netflix. We got the Full Swing that just came out. And I know you guys both love the golf game. The Netflix brand is expanding to quarterbacks with Kirk Cousins, Patrick Mahomes, and Marcus Mariota that they're calling the NFL quarterback. Will you guys be watching, and what do you think of it? Because I think these guys have been mic'd up the entire season. Patrick, I'll start with you.
Man, I had the opportunity, obviously, to be around Kirk throughout the entire season. It's just going to show how authentic Kirk is, his leadership, his passion for, not only his family, but his teammates, the guys he's around each and every day. Just a man of God, just a true character, of a leader that the Minnesota Vikings have in their quarterback. And when you go to Patrick Mahomes, I had the opportunity to play a little golf with him over in the Bahamas in the off season and playing over at Lake Tahoe. Having an opportunity to get to know him, it's been a blast. It's just going to have an opportunity to show his personality as well, because with us being football players, you don't really get an opportunity to see that, with us having that helmet and with the TV views being the way it is. But it's great to see that Netflix is putting out this show for to see another side of NFL players.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm excited to see quarterbacks like Kirk Cousins, being able to see him off the football field, get a chance to see him, Lil Kirko, as I called him, when he had all the ice, for you guys this season, when you had those big-time road wins. And then when you transition to Pat Mahomes, just being able to hear the verbiage, right? Knowing that these players will be, they were mic'd up during ball games, right? So for most fans, they will never get an opportunity to hear the back and forth from quarterbacks, being able to display the plays in the huddle, some of the things they talk about at the line of scrimmage, some of the checks, some of the adjustments they make on the sideline. This is a great way to have an inside look in some of the best to ever do it in the National Football League. And you have Marcus Mariota as well. He might not be the name that Lil Kirko is, Kirk Cousins or Pat Mahomes, but yet it's still a serviceable guy that did some pretty good things for the Atlanta Falcons. So kudos to Netflix and being able to make this thing a reality, because I do believe fans will enjoy seeing another side of quarterbacks outside of what they see during a meaningful game.
Like I said, it's already worked for Formula One racing. We're seeing it in golf, and now we're seeing it in the NFL, which is the most popular sport here in the States. Before I let you guys go, let's talk about free agency a little bit. Patrick, obviously going through the process yet again. Has there been any changes to the process itself over the last few years? And how do you sort of best describe what free agency is for those that are, following your path right now?
Man, for me, you just got to take it a day at a time and just be patient. If you put in the body of work, someone is going to be willing, to take a chance on you. And that's all you can do. For the most part, for me, I just take it a day at a time. Whatever happens, happens. I know, that I played well enough to deserve a spot on someone's roster next year. And I just want to win. You know, I just want to have an opportunity to win and be with a competitive team and be around good guys, because, you know, that's what it's all about, being able to enjoy going into the office each and every day.
Men lie, women lie, but numbers will never lie. All you guys that are watching us, guys and girls, you heard what Pat P said. He is deserving of being on a team, no question. Just go check the numbers. Nothing else needs to be said in regards to his free agent market, the traction that he may get or might not get. Just look at the numbers. They said he was old in the tooth. He was, you know, at the end of his career. He's drinking too much Sprite. All he did was go out and put forth some of the best numbers for any cornerback in the National Football League. So, as my guy said, he's just going to be patient. He's going to be playing golf, traveling around the globe, and waiting for that big-time call. So if you need a veteran presence in your locker room or your organization, call number 7.
Hey, Tommy, man, I might have to hire B-Mac as my agent, man. What you think?
Oh, yeah, hype man for sure. B-Mac
Hey,
got you. Except it's only
family.
one Sprite a day. It's not more than one. That's
Pat,
the only thing. That's the only thing.
Hey, Pat, we family. I don't even need a percentage, baby. It's all, we good. No
All
percentage.
love.
That's just rock and roll.
Maybe you just opened the second one but didn't finish the whole thing, you know? So then it's just saying still one whole Sprite a day. Patrick Peterson, Bryant McFadden, fellas, certainly appreciate it. Again, it's their podcast, All Things Covered. It's not just football. It's golf. It's entertainment. It's lifestyle. It's everything. Scan that QR code and check those guys out.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis. No yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.